Hey guys, it's Gabby. For this week's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a story time video about my arm. I chose this topic for this week's video because I want you guys to know a little bit more about me. I guess this is more about me because you don't know this. I thought it'd be a very important message to share with you guys. Let me just say something quick. Whenever I wear short sleeve shirts, a lot of people point it out more in person, not really in my videos because it's kind of hard to see. I do tend to wear long sleeves a lot because of the issue. It's on my left arm, so luckily it's not the one I write with. I am ambidextrous, so I can do both, which was a good thing. I realize how boring this video already is, so I'm gonna stop boring you and I'm gonna get into the story on what actually happened. I'm gonna start from the beginning. So it was the day before Thanksgiving. It was the Thanksgiving of 2015. I had just gotten a brand new phone. I believe the iPhone 6 if I'm not mistaken. I am the type of person never cracked their phone before. I'm very cautious with it. So if it's in my pocket, I won't sit on it. It always has to be flipped over so that the back camera isn't hitting the ground. Unless I have a pop socket on it, then I can flip it like right side up. But I'm like really weird with my phones. Editing this, I look like a total weirdo, and
I'm not, I promise.
Just wanted to know if any of you have the same tendencies with your phones, especially when they're new. I don't know, maybe I'm just like super weird. We obviously had Thanksgiving break where you're off of school, so I was home all day, and I didn't have a computer back then. I had an iPad, but it didn't work, so the phone was like my holy grail. I didn't have any friends to hang out with, really. I'm always on my phone, and that entertains me. So right before Thanksgiving, a couple weeks before, I had just gotten my second-degree black belt in MMA. I promise all of this pertains to the story. We give out gratitude roses for whoever helped us through this long journey, or thank you for whatever. So I gave it to my mom. And that was like a really meaningful day for me. It was like kind of emotional because I knew this was going to be my last black belt, and I had been at this MMA place since I was, 8? Back to the day before Thanksgiving. The rose is in this like vase, obviously it has water in it. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't have water in it. Dying, but it wasn't dead. Like it wasn't like dead. So the petals were soft, you know what I mean? They weren't like crunchy. It wasn't like, it was not dead. It was not dead yet. So I was like, well, we need to water it because that's what you do with flowers. You water them. My mom, I don't know why, got really mad. She got mad at me for pouring water into the flower. So she just wanted to throw it away. Still was like attached to it, and I was like, I don't want to throw it away. I was like, it's not even dead yet. She got really mad at me, and was this whole argument. She ended up throwing the flower away, and then I snuck into the kitchen and I took the flower out and I put it in water. I had this like weird connection to the flower. She gets mad again. I was not willing to put the flower back in the garbage because I was like crying over the flower. I was like, you can't throw it away, like it was a gift and it means something to me. I really don't know why she got so mad. I really think she thought it was dead. She takes away my phone, right? Takes away my phone over a dead flower that I put in water. I disobeyed her by putting it in the water, but really like, it was a gift from me. She took my phone, my brand new phone, grabbed it hard. So then I'm already emotional about the flower being in the garbage. And then I'm emotional because she threw it back in the garbage. And then I'm emotional about my new phone being in her hand. She grabs it, and I'm very like weird with my phone. Puts it in her back pocket. Like I said before, I never even do that with my phone. I do not do that. I don't know why. I feel like it's gonna bend. I know it won't. I don't know what my problem is, but I just can't do it. She's mad, so she does everything exaggerated. So she opens the car door, and then she sits, boom, really hard on it. And then I lost it. It was over a flower, which got me even more emotional. And then she left with my phone in her back pocket. At this moment, I'm literally standing outside, and she's like speeding off, like going. I got so mad. So this is where the arm happens, okay? Back inside and I'm gonna try and call her. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call her. But I was so angry for multiple different reasons. My door has these diamond shaped glass panes, and then it closes by pushing it like this. I went to go and slam the door because I was mad. I went inside, and when I went to slam the door, my hand was over the diamond glass pane. The reason why I emphasize the diamond part is because the way it was shaped had a form of what happened. I had my hand over the glass and I went to slam the door, and then all of a sudden I like fell through the door and I was like, I just broke the glass. My glass, the door glass pane is so super thin and it's like very, very sharp. Part where it happened was when I pulled it out. When I saw the aftermath, there was jaggeds like this, so I'll like put a clip of something here that looks similar to it because it's hard to explain. As soon as I pulled it out, because I was freaking out, I yanked it out so fast, I was like, oh no, what happened? And then I look at my arm and it didn't hurt at all. It did not, I did not feel a thing. I was just in like utter shock and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I go into my brother's room and he has his headphones on. He plays video games a lot. And he's like, and I go in and I'm like, Miles, call 911. I don't know what to do. Call mommy. I don't know what to do. And he thought it was a prank. It looked so fake, but like so real at the same time. So he called 911. He got nervous and then he hung up. He called my mom and she wasn't answering because she thought it was me wanting my phone back. And then I was like, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Really, really good friends with the neighbors next door. That's the first thing I thought because they're like always home and stuff. So I run over there, hit on their door, and they didn't answer. So obviously they weren't home, which they weren't. The neighbor across the street from them was luckily home. He's like, hey, do you need help? And he's like, oh my gosh, come here. So he goes inside and then he gets these washcloth things, like 4 of them. He wraps them around my arm. The ambulance come. My cousin actually passes with her car. She has a friend that lives down the street from my neighborhood. So she's passing to go to her house, I guess. And she sees me and she's like, are you okay? Like, what is going on? He ends up going in the ambulance with me just to like comfort me because my mom finally came later on. Go to the hospital. We get there, they make sure they take my blood pressure, sure that everything else is okay with me. As a 14-year-old, I was so scared that they were gonna have to amputate my arm. I don't know why. You get the best hand surgeon to come look at your arm and figure out if you need surgery or what the plan is to get it back together. Comes in and then he undoes it again. I can't look, just can't look. And he says, okay, we're gonna have to do surgery. I was so nervous to do surgery. I did not want to do surgery at all. I was testing like my fingers to see what I felt, like how many fingers I felt. To this day, I cannot feel these 2 fingers, so thumb and index, and then all the way up until my arm where it is, and then I can feel up here. Finally, one day when they're driving me up to the surgery place room, my nerves started to kick in. I have everybody around me just talking to me, trying to calm me down, which they let you do before the anesthesiologist comes in and tells you what's going on, and then the surgeon comes in and tells you what's going on. The anesthesiologist comes over. She just put it in my IV. And at this point, I guess I took out my contact lenses so I couldn't see anything. When your vision starts to blur from the anesthesia, I think I would have gotten really scared. So it was already blurred for me, and it got blurred more, but it didn't really bother me because I was already blurred, if that makes any sense, so it kind of helped. And I wake up in this ginormous giant like cheese thing. They brought me up to the room. My dad stayed the night with me because they wanted me to obviously stay overnight. Sleeping at the hospital room was also very uncomfortable because it's a hospital bed, and I had to sit up like this and my arm was like this. They gave me pain medication to help the pain. It's funny that the recovery stage of my arm after surgery hurt a lot. Pre-surgery didn't hurt at all. Definitely the worst part was the recovery. I had cut the nerves and I still can't feel these 2 fingers, but when you reattach nerves, every once in a while I was sleeping or something, it would jolts of pain. Like it hurt so badly. I'm just very, very grateful that I'm able to move my arm. I'm very grateful that I'm able to feel somewhat out of these fingers. I mean, I could feel certain things. Lesson to take from this is no matter how angry you are, don't try and slam anything. My best advice when I get very angry at someone, something, a situation, I jump up and down. If I have to, I just punch the air. However mad you are, just jump up and down, like hard and fast. Like get all your energy and emotions out and just punch the air. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for new videos every single Thursday. I changed my uploading dates to Thursday because it's just too much on Wednesdays. So I hope you don't mind. All my other socials, as always, Musical.ly/TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. But yeah, now you know. That's what happened to my arm. And now you know not to do the same thing. Don't take your rage out on anything physical. Take it out on the air. You know? Something that can't hurt you. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And yeah, have a great day. Bye!